orchestrated this? Didn't you? Oh, that's perfect. You get yourself in trouble and you blame me. Sorry, Lattimore. You're not going to pin another murder on me.
Tim.
Where did you get that?
From Robert. Why didn't you ever tell me about this before?
There are some things I kept private, even from you. After reading your book, I'm glad I did. Annie really loved this pin. She wore it every day.
When did you buy it for her?
I didn't. She got it herself about a year before she died. She was always so proud of my being a surgeon.
And why did she have an affair?
I was far from the perfect husband. I think she was just trying to get back at me. You understand about that, don't you, Charlie? You used to talk a lot about your marital troubles in the old days. Of course, that was only a ploy to get me to open up, pretend to be on their side, and they'll tell you anything. Isn't that it? Isn't that the way it works?
Can I borrow that for a couple of days?
Why?
I'd rather not say.
Why not? Doesn't mean anything anymore.
By the way, your nephew has disappeared off the campus. Do you have any idea where he might be?
Oh, come on, Charlie. You're the great detective. Think about it.
Tim, I'm very, very sorry. For everything.
You should be, Charlie. Come on, get me out of here.
Police continue to search for Professor Charles Lattimore in connection with the recent rash of murders at the college.
Charlie, are you sure about this?
Well, I know that Ryder hasn't been able to unload the property. People get spooked when they find out someone was murdered there. You ready?
I don't think he was there.
Look. If anything goes wrong, it's all in here.
Charlie, if something happens to you...
Trust me. This is gonna work.
Mama.
Hey, Millie. Can I get a couple of coffees and, it's Latimer.
All right, move out! Come on, take one car. It's a unit, let's go. Right, unit, both up the alley, okay? Right, get up, get back to the hall.
I'm in car 16.
Get me Lieutenant Dowling.
let me come in, talk this whole thing out.
No guns.
Whatever you say. I got it.
Come on, Mike. Come in. In there. Go sit down. Sit down. Now, I don't expect you to believe a word I say, Mike, but it's all true. Robert killed Henry Potter and Francesca Lavin.
Why?
To get back at me. See, Tim Ryder is his uncle.
No, you got it all
At first,
wrong.
I thought Ryder had put him up to it. But then I found out Robert had planned the whole thing by himself.
It's not true. I didn't kill anybody. Look, there's only one person who could have pulled this off. I mean, it's just like you said in class. The least likely suspect is always the guilty party. I mean, don't you see? It's him. He's outsmarted you every step of the way. There's no doubt in my mind that he did it. It's Mike Howley.
All right, yeah, sure. First it was you, Charlie. Now it's me. Nice try, kid.
Look, think about it. Only a cop could have enough information to duplicate the cult murders, right?
Come on. Charlie, let's go down to the station before this gets any crazier.
Dowling was the one who was having the affair with my aunt. She threatened to tell his wife. So he came over that morning in order to reason with her. But then they started to argue.
You son of a bitch! You lied.
I never promised you anything,
You said you'd
Annie.
leave Ellen.
Come on, Annie.
Dowling's first instinct was to make it look like a serial killing. When that didn't work, see, he blamed it on Uncle Tim. But he knew that the evidence was pretty flimsy. So he planted those files where he knew you would find them.
This is a waste of time.
No. Let him finish.
He knew that people would be influenced by your conclusions about the case. And one thing he counted on was that you'd never suspect him. And he was right.
Even if this is all true, I still don't understand how it connects with Francesca's death or Potter's.
Well, you see, that was my fault. See, once he found out that I was reopening the investigation for the class, he knew he'd have to stop me. Now, he could have killed me, but then he'd run the risk of someone making the connection between the two cases. So he decided to shut down the class. And he was sure that Francesca's death would do that, but see, you did something unexpected. You didn't call the police.
I've had enough of this.
Sit down, Mike. Sit down. Go on.
So when you built a case against Potter, Dowling knew he was in trouble. I mean, an arrest, an investigation, it would drag on for months. And none of this was going to solve his problem. He still had to stop me right away.
So he killed Potter. This time with the police standing right outside the door.
I was one of the investigating officers. Charlie, you gonna believe this creep over me? How long have we known each other?
Don't trust him. He's not going to let us leave here alive.
Other than Robert, you were the only person to know that Potter was at the theater that night, Mike.
That's it. That's it. Shoot me if you want to, Charlie. I'm out of here.
Mike.